Hey yo, I feel for Julie Bonnie. I definitely do. She's not in my like top 20 girls One Piece, no. But when you have the Virgil, I am the storm that is approaching, and it's a sea of bugs. Whoo! Imagine if, let's say, these bugs on Egghead were of the Australian variety, where sometimes in Australia they have like allegedly, Aussies, let me know, because I have heard that they have flying spiders, like balloon spiders. How you live with these entities?
I don't know.
Now, Judge Caesar Clown, hello. This is probably the best cover story in One Piece history. Second to only the NL cover story, of course. And that is a non-biased take. Promise on God. Let's go! Now, if you haven't got NL, if you have not seen my live stream reaction to the chapter, you can go to my Requiem channel, link in the box below, and also my Twitch channel for that same stream. Let me talk about this chapter, because this chapter was full of L's, W's, and very intriguing things. Okay, hold on. L is a very strong letter here. We don't know the full context. I want to see what they say, of course, in the Viz translation, and I need a Vegapunk flashback, like let's say when he was a kid. But Vegapunk does reveal that apparently he ate the Nomi Nomi no Mi, the brain fruit, which is the reason why his brain will grow in size accordingly to, I guess, the intel that he actually takes in. People know, I've been saying, elongated head tribe. Guys like Fukurokuju, guys like Strawberry, Vice Admiral Strawberry. We have the guys on the NL cover story. The logo of the Jolly Roger has an elongated head, right? I have been on this for like years, and Vegapunk, I thought, was one of the dudes like, yeah, here we go, boom. All of a sudden now, hold on, Devil Fruit. However, there's a caveat here. We do not know what he looked like when he was a child, before, let's say, consume the Devil Fruit itself. What we can tell based on, let's say, Fukurokuju and Strawberry is that their heads are very vertical, but they're not wide. This man's skull was always wide body. As some folks had noted too in the last chapter, his head kind of reminds them of a giant's cojones, right? And apparently he's getting bigger and bigger and bigger to the point where it got to the size of a giant. And then now his skull is the hangar bay of the Punk Records. Like, is it actually that big? Like the entire upper top of the whole island, like that large? Is he trying to match like Star-Lord's dad? Just be an actual brain planet? Like, this is scary stuff here. This man's a freak. For the elongated head tribe theory, it's still not off the table. Definitely not off the table, without a doubt. There are too many weird dudes with long ass heads. I will say this, Vegapunk is kind of looking like he's a genius, true, but he clearly has cheat codes that other geniuses just don't have access to. I'm not gonna say that Vegapunk is fraudulent. He has legs up on people, on other geniuses that they clearly can't possibly have. That's without a doubt. Just simply reading the text of O'Hara and then memorizing that stuff, that's a massive leg up. What we do find out, on top of all these different things, is the confirmation about who these Vegapunks are. They are, in fact, his clones. Atlas, Edison, Shaka, Lilith, Pythagoras, and York, they're all his clones. And what they do, that they all synchronize with the Punk Records, his brain, once a day. So there's some crazy stuff. How it works exactly, of course, not too sure the details. Like, for example, can Alice leave the island for, let's say, a few weeks and she'll be relatively fine? Meaning that despite the distance, she can still link up with Punk Records no matter where she is on the world. Or let's say there is a certain distance that Punk Records can only work at. If she were to, let's say, come back in that range of Punk Records, she will gain all of the insight of all the other Vegapunks after a day and then be immediately caught up on whatever they're doing. And then also kind of explains, I guess in a way, how York can eat, defecate, and sleep for the other Vegapunks. So the concept And the potential of the Punk records is quite powerful and pretty dangerous, considering also how Vegapunk is talking about normies, regular average day people, also gaining access to the knowledge that Punk records can offer. You can kind of see now why the Gorosei would want to genuinely kill Vegapunk. He's been so useful to them, and even replicated Kaido's Devil Fruit, albeit it took him 20 years, but Momonosuke is confirmed now, the genuine article. So just how myself and many other folks thought that Vegapunk had succeeded in making Kaido's fruit, but the only difference here is that Momonosuke is pink, and that makes Vegapunk very distraught. So he is a perfectionist to his core. So this just simply confirms that Momo is in fact Kaido 99% in terms of the Zoan ability, but he's not Azure Dragon, he is Rose Dragon. So again, many folks did call this well done to us. I think for sure we can give ourselves a nice pat on the shoulder. Vegapunk is a perfectionist, and the fruit is basically Kaido's fruit. But again, the danger is not this. The danger is what he ultimately knows and what he can spread. Because Vegapunk has the knowledge of the ancient kingdom through the Library of Ohara that was restored. They may know about this, the Gorosei. They found out, let's say, recently. And as a result, let's kill him now, because if he has his knowledge and then he spreads knowledge to the other normies, then a lot of the world will find out how the world used to be. And of course, that in part is this gigantic giant that apparently climbed the red line and tried to take on the Holy Land. Apparently it shut down, lack of power, and this power source is probably tied, let's say, the Undying Flame / Sun back in the day that they may have access to. I actually talk about the same thing in a video that I recently was working on about the moon, how this like Undying Flame stuff may actually tie to the moon. Like, be on the lookout, just be on the lookout. But the fact of the matter is that this thing was active. What happened 200 years ago that would lead to this gigantic robot actually trying to assault the Holy Land? Like what's the deal? So this thing is a very intriguing piece of lore in the One Piece world. 200 years ago in the past, in the lore, is not really talked about that often. There are some little snippets here or there, but not really a lot. The chat let me know if you think you are there, but it's nothing really right now substantive to kind of really gauge what could have been actually so important. The Fishman stuff, okay, I get that, but how would this giant tie to Fishman Island and the Fishmen, when honest to God, it kind of feels like it's more Elbaf or like Ancient Giant related. And apparently the whole crew, not just Luffy Company, that are actually there, but also you have Nami, Robin, Usopp, Frankie, and Sanji. They're also there too, watching from the monitors. And dun dun dun, Rob Gucci. I've been saying this for a minute now. Do not underestimate Rob Gucci. I am very confident in saying that Rob Gucci is probably at least comparable right now to a Yonko commander. There is a possibility, honest to God, that Rob Gucci is even stronger than Doflamingo. Now, I'm saying it's possible. It's very, 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 very possible that Gucci is that nice right now. I know, it's a movie, but we see Gucci in Film Gold scrap with Sabo for an extended amount of time. In the canon Dressrosa arc, it's Rob Gucci that is tasked with chasing down Sabo and Koala. Rob Gucci. Do not underestimate Rob Gucci. Clearly, Shaka Zulu isn't either. Daft Punk on point. Well done. Okay, Shaka is like low-key dope as hell. Actually, not even low-key. This dude is just squeaky clean, Mr. Clean on a regular basis. But finally, Kuma. Why? What's going on in the chapter? Weird. Maybe it has ties to, let's say, the Seven Kuma. Folks have the idea, or let's say Rob Lucci and CP0 are talking about Julie Bonnie. The real Kuma can kind of hear or sense or see what's going on through the Lunarian Kuma. And then the real Kuma now is moving instinctively to try and save his daughter. And then because Logic talked to Dragon about how he may die, could Dragon pull up? Yo, this arc setup, this final saga setup so far has been juicy. There are some things, obviously, of course, based on the last chapter, there are some things I'm not a fan of. It is what it is. However, I will not deny that this has been a pretty exciting ride so far. And Oda now seemingly ready to unveil the biggest mysteries of the world of One Piece. Just the fact that Vegapunk is on panel, talking, explaining, it's surreal. And now he wants out? To go where? To do what? Elbath Moon? Dude, yo. Yes. This final saga's beginning stage so far looking very, very sexy.